Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video I am going to teach you how you can stop on a circle or on different symbols that come in Quran. So how you're going to stop on Twa or Lam or Qaf, or how you're going to stop on the circle. So we basically see the last letter. If the last letter has Fatah, Kasra or Dhamma, then we're going to change this Fatah, Kasra and Dhamma into Sukoon. So Fatah, Kasra, Dhamma we change into Sukoon because this is how we're going to read it, and when we change into Sukoon, and the back letter is going to connect with that letter, last letter. So it's going to be the Fatah is changed here, Kasra is changed here, and Dhamma changed here with the Sukoon signs, all three of them with the Sukoon sign. So how are we going to read? Inna a'tainaka al-kawsar. The second one, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ. And the third one, أَلْهَاكُمُ التَّكَاثُرُ. So from Kawsara is become Kawsar, and from Falaqi is become Falaq, and Takasuru, from Takasuru is become Takasur. So these all Fatah, Kasra, Dhamma we change into Sukoon sign. Okay. Second signs that is going to change into Sukoon sign is going to be double Kasra and double Dhamma. Double Kasra and double Dhamma change into Sukoon. Double Kasra and double Dhamma we change into Sukoon sign, and double Fatah we change into one Fatah. Is not changing into Sukoon sign. Double Fatah we change into one Fatah, and double Kasra and double Dhamma we change into Sukoon. So when we put here a Sukoon sign here like this, so it's going to be فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا خَلَقَ الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ عَلَقٍ قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. So from Yusran, from double Fatah I change to one Fatah, so it becomes Yusra. Whenever you see double Fatah is going to change into one Fatah. And from Alaqin is changed into Alaq. Double Kasra change into Sukoon. And double Dhamma change into Sukoon also. And from Ahadun is become Ahad. So the next sign we're going to learn is a different sign we're going to learn here. So sometime you see this ta come here, and this ta, how we going to stop here on this ta? So when you see this ta and there is a stop sign after this ta, this is actually ha, and on the ha there come two dots ta. So when you read this ta in middle of the letters, like there is no stop sign, then it's going to be ta, like nasiyatin, kadhibatin, khati'ah. But when you apply the stop sign, this ta is changed into ha, because at real this is ha. So as I mentioned, the double kasra we change into sukoon. So when the double kasra change into double kasra into sukoon, and we're going to read it, we're going to read this one, khati'ah. The double kasra change into sukoon, and the tha we change into ha. The tha we change into ha, so it's become khati'ah. Number 2, in the second line you see, because this is a different examples how you're going to stop. If you see on the last letter Fatah and Alif, sometimes you see double Fatah with Alif, sometimes you see Fatah with Alif, But if you see double fatha is changed also into fatha. But if you see fatha with alif, sometimes fatha come with alif, sometimes fatha come with no alif. So if you see fatha with alif, you don't need to change that. Okay, so zilzalaha is not going to change. Next one, if the last letter has any sign, it doesn't matter fatha, kasra, dhamma or any sign. If the last letter has any sign, it doesn't matter any sign, then you need to see the before last letter, what the before last letter has. Okay, if the second last letter has sukoon sign and then the last letter has fatha, kasra, dhamma or double fatha, double kasra, double dhamma, then you cannot change this the last letter into sukoon. Okay, you just need to simply pronounce the last letter sound. So it's going to be inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. This sound of ra you have to pronounce because the second last letter is connecting with qaf. Okay, so you cannot change this sign. You cannot change this sign into sukoon. Okay, so khati'atin, from khati'atin is become khati'a. From zilzalaha is going to be zilzalaha, is not going to change. And from qadr is not going to change also because the second last letter has sukoon, is already connected with the back letter. You cannot connect the second last letter with the last letter. Next example of long fatha, long kasra and long dhamma. So if you see on any letter long fatha, you see on any letter long fatha, you do not change this long fatha into anything. You do not change long fatha into anything because long fatha be straight like that, like wadduha wallayli idha saja. So long fatha never change. Okay, long fatha never change. Second sign we are talking here is long kasra. Long kasra we change into sukoon. Long kasra we change into sukoon. So we remove the long kasra here, and we're going to write here a sukoon sign. So from فَلْيَنْظُرِ الْإِنسَانُ إِلَى طَعَامِهِ, it becomes طَعَامِهِ. Okay, you have to stop and change the long kasra into sukoon and you connect it طَعَامِهِ. Okay, and long dhamma is also changed into sukoon. Long dhamma is also changed into sukoon. So we're going to change this long dhamma into sukoon and it's going to connect with the back letter. Summa sabila yassara. Yassara. So long for the change into nothing. Saja, we stay like saja. Tu'amihi, long kasa change into sukoon is going to be tu'amih. And long dhamma is changed into sukoon also and is going to be yassara. Next two signs that we are going to talk about, if the last letter has fatha or kasra or dhamma or any sign as I explained before, and the back letter has the before letter, the second last letter has sukoon, then back letter, and you will have to pronounce the last letter as it is like that, just to pronounce the last letter sound. So if we change it into sukoon, the last letter fatha is not going to make any problem, is because it's going to stay like that. So Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, you just have to pronounce the last letter sound. Okay, Alameen. And the same if the last letter here in the bottom, if the last letter has fatha kasra dhamma and the back letter has sukoon and that is connected with the back letter, so you need to pronounce the last letter sound. قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ. Okay, so fatha kasra dhamma, double kasra, double dhamma, this change into sukoon. Long kasra and long dhamma is also changed into sukoon. Okay, so this is the lesson for today. Hopefully you like it. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.